Since man's appearance on the face of the earth, he has defied geography in an effort to shorten distances, enable integration and trade, and all in all, blaze long-lasting trails for the future. The history of mankind teaches us that man's sole limit is at the level of his own hopes. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor, an integrating solution for trade between South America and the world. The strategic role of the Pacific Basin in the world's economy shows the pressing need to have safe and reliable access to that ocean in South America. Today, there is no efficient physical link with the Andes, 7,000 kilometers long and 4,400 meters high in average, which acts as a barrier. 83% of cargo transported between both sides of the southern cone does so by ship, via longer and more expensive sea routes. The Cristo Redentor Pass is not a reliable alternative today due to high mountain weather. It is sealed off from 45 to 60 days a year between May and October, which prevents the optimization of logistics planning, and its road capacity is almost saturated. The steep geography does not allow for any gradual expansion. Despite its operating difficulties, the Cristo Redentor Pass is the best option to cross the Andes in the southern cone. Given its strategic location, 2 out of 3 tons transported by land use this pass. This is due to the fact that main cities, ports and production and trade centers in Argentina, Brazil and Chile are located at this latitude, and that's where the infrastructure on both sides of the Andes converge, including the one connecting with southern Brazil. To optimize the Andean crossing, the Cristo Redentor Pass is the right place to do so. Our project improves the land connection in the Central Andes with the creation of the Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor, which includes a 52-kilometer base tunnel ensuring lower costs and transit times, and operation all year round. A high-capacity electric freight railway, which provides a long-term solution since it will be able to transport up to 77 million tons a year. A single-gauge open railroad system linking the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans. Totally multi-modal stations to transport cargo in all its formats. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor, in only 205 kilometers, reinforces the weaker link of the Mercosur-Chile axis, offering a cutting-edge solution for the Andean crossing. This construction will benefit an area of over 3 million square kilometers, hosting 70% of the continent's economic activity and over 126 million people, accounting for 48% of the total population in South America. The huge potential that represents Brazil's strong development, Argentina's natural resources, and Chile's strategic advantage as a bridge between the Mercosur and the Pacific, combined with the Pacific Basin and Asia's economic growth, shed an increasing demand on the pass, one that doubles when improvements in cost, time and reliability are considered. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor is a necessity. It is designed to meet an increasing long-term demand because it offers a 205-kilometer railroad from Los Andes, Chile, to Luján de Cuyo, Argentina, a 52-kilometer base tunnel from Saladillo, Chile, to Punta de Vacas, Argentina. Gradients under 2%, crossing the Andes range in less than 4 hours, with lower costs per ton, and providing the unification of customs and border procedures. Counting with cutting-edge multi-modal stations able to transport all cargo formats and their combinations, trucks with drivers, containers, solid and liquid bulk cargo from one side of the Andes to the other. integrating railway infrastructures of the same gauge on both sides of the Andes, which will enable trains to provide service to any origin-destination combination between both oceans, and huge improvements in terms of energy efficiency, the environment, and safety. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor is technically feasible. In 2024, after more than 10 years of construction works, the Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor will be inaugurated to meet an initial demand of 13 million tons a year, with a capacity to transport up to 24 million. In the following stage, a second rail will be added in the open-air stretches, increasing capacity to up to 34 million tons a year. In the third stage, a second tunnel will be bored, increasing capacity to up to 54 million tons a year. From this point on, rolling stock will be added to gradually increase capacity to up to 77 million tons a year. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor is economically and financially feasible. It will promote trade expansion from Chile to Europe, Africa, and Brazil, and from Argentina and Brazil to the US, Asia, and Australasia, taking advantage of faster and less expensive routes. In line with the major infrastructure works that revolutionized international trade, the Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor will integrate southern cone nations in a joint project that will bring about groundbreaking economic, social, political, and cultural benefits. The Bioceánico Aconcagua corridor exists. It is underway. The history of mankind teaches us that man's sole limit is at the level of his own hopes.